My name is Caleb, and Christmas has always been a special day for my family. A day of joy, laughter, and family. But this year it was different. This year, my family made it clear that I wasn't a part of their perfect holiday. They didn't invite me. They didn't call. They just left me alone. This is a story of how my parents didn't invite me to Christmas and how the news changed everything. If you're watching this, drop a comment below and let me know where you're from. And if you have ever felt like you were invisible to your own family, please like and subscribe. You won't want to miss what happens next. My family has always been complicated. My older sister, Olivia, was the perfect one. The one who got all the attention. The one who could do no wrong. My parents were so proud of her. They would always talk about her achievements, her friends, her perfect life. I was just there, a quiet observer. They never took my dreams seriously. The holiday season started, and my family was in full swing. They were talking about Christmas, the food they were going to make, the presents they were going to buy. But I wasn't a part of it. My parents never called. They never invited me. I was just there, an outsider looking in. I tried to call my mom, but she didn't answer. I sent her a text. "Hey, Mom, what's the plan for Christmas?" She just sent me a text back. "We'll see." It was a cold, brutal blow. I knew that she wasn't going to invite me. She was just trying to be polite. I called my sister, Olivia, and she was the same. "Caleb," she said, "I'm so busy with my work. I don't have time for this." She hung up the phone, and I knew that I was alone. My family had abandoned me, all for the sake of a perfect holiday. But they had no idea that I had a secret. A secret that would not only change my life, but would also change theirs. I had been working on a new project. It was a new kind of company that had grown into a multi-million-dollar business. I had kept my success a secret from my family because I wanted to see if they would still love me without my money. They had just given me my answer. Christmas Eve arrived, and I was all alone. I was watching the news, a quiet, simple night. My parents and my sister were celebrating, laughing, and eating. They had no idea that their perfect night was about to be ruined. Just as the news was about to end, a reporter came on. She was talking about a new company, a new CEO. It was my company, and it was me. What will happen when the news breaks? And how will my family react when they find out the truth? My family was celebrating Christmas without me. They had chosen my sister over me. And in doing so, they had shown me their true colors. But they had no idea that their cruel act was about to be broadcast to the entire world. They had no idea that my silence was a choice that was about to change everything. What my family didn't know was that I wasn't just a quiet, unassuming man. For the past few years, I had been working on a secret project. I started a small tech company in my garage, a company that was about to become a major success. My company, a platform that helps people find affordable housing, had caught the attention of a major news network. They wanted to do a story on my company and its impact on the community. I had kept my success a secret from my family because I wanted to see if they would still love me without my money. They had just given me my answer. I was filled with a cold, quiet anger, but I also felt a new sense of purpose. I was going to use my success to get my revenge. It was Christmas Eve, and I was all alone in my apartment. I had a quiet, simple night. My parents and my sister were celebrating, laughing, and eating. They had no idea that their perfect night was about to be ruined. Just as the local news was about to end, a reporter came on. She was talking about a new company, a new CEO. It was my company, and it was me. "Good evening, everyone," the reporter said. "We have a special report for you tonight. A local man has started a company that is changing the lives of people in our community. The company is called Home for All, and it helps people find affordable housing. The CEO of the company is Caleb, and he's here to tell us about his amazing work." I watched as the reporter interviewed me. I was calm, confident, and I looked like a man with a purpose. I talked about my company, its mission, and its impact on the community. I also talked about my family, but not the way they would have wanted me to. My family has always taught me that success is about hard work, but I also learned that family is about more than just blood. It's about who is there for you when you need them the most. My parents and my sister, who were celebrating Christmas, were watching the news. They saw me. They saw my face. They heard my words. They knew that their cruel act was about to cost them everything. My parents thought they had won. They thought they had proven that my sister was the better one. They had no idea that their cruel act was about to cost them everything. What will happen when they find out the truth? And how will I finally get my revenge? The roar of the crowd after the principal's announcement was deafening. My name was being called, and I was on the stage, a millionaire who had just donated $1 million to his school. My parents, who had abandoned me for my sister, had no idea that their cruel act was about to cost them everything. My phone started to buzz. A lot. It was my mother. I didn't answer. It was my father. I didn't answer. It was my sister, Olivia. I didn't answer. I had been waiting for this day for years. The day my parents would finally see that I was not just my sister's brother. I was a man with a name, a man who had a reputation, a man who had a career. And my family, who had been so focused on Olivia's car trouble, had no idea that their cruel words had just cost them everything. A few hours later, I was at a restaurant with Mr. Thomas, my principal. My parents walked in. They looked confused, lost, and a little scared. My mom was crying. "Noah," she said, "we're so sorry. We made a mistake. We should have been there." My dad was silent. He just looked at me, a look of shame and pride on his face. I didn't say a word. I just looked at them with a calm, happy look on my face. They had lost. They had lost a chance to celebrate with me. They had lost a chance to be a part of my success. My parents told me that they always knew I would be successful. They told me that they always believed in me. But I knew the truth. They didn't believe in me. They believed in my money. They had been wrong, and they had lost the chance to be a part of my success. I had my vindication, not just in my business, but in my life. I had learned that my family wasn't about blood. It was about who was there for me when I needed them the most. And in the end, that was me. So that's my story. It's a reminder that true wealth is not in your bank account. It's in your character. And sometimes the best revenge is to walk away from the people who failed to see your true worth. Have you ever had to choose between your blood family and your chosen family? What did you learn? Share your stories in the comments below. And if this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to hear more real-life lessons. Thank you for listening.